Yeah, so I finally finished watching the third part of Real Housewives of Orange County, the originators of this housewife franchise madness that we watch. And yeah, it was a real nothing burger, honestly. I'm not gonna hold you too long on this because I just have thoughts on this whole season. And the fact that they've dropped a bomb at the end of the reunion was kind of like, really? Come on. Like, seriously? This is what you guys gonna do? So, let's start on the top. I got my notes. We're gonna go through what actually happened, what I really cared about. What I did not like, did not care about was Tamra and Shannon hugging it out per usual, per every reunion, like the same song on a different version. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being on cassette, now it's on vinyl because the same thing over and over, packaged in a different box. It's annoying. And Jen clocked it, and I'm here for my sweet Jen clocking that mess because it's always I love you. That's why I was so mad. I care so much about you. No, you don't. Cause let Shannon do something else that you don't like, and you're gonna go right back to that. That's not love, babe. That's attention. Anyways, so Saint Jugs comes out, and I don't know where I saw this. It was a guy on TikTok that said Saint Jugs, and I'm gonna stick to it. So Saint Jug comes out and she's just defend, and then she's like, "It's not about me. It's about you and John. It's not about me. It's about you and John." But yet you are in the middle, not letting anybody speak, talking over everybody. And John ain't doing nobody, and he's not doing himself no favors doing these confessionals that he just wanted to do. And that is why he didn't want to sign a non-disparaging agreement, because she got the letter in January. They start filming, I don't know, whenever. Statutes of limitation, blah, 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 blah. Okay, if you took the money, signed the disparagement agreement, if she talked about you, then you could sue her for more money. And then everybody, not everybody, because you were not favorable for the past 4 seasons that you were on the show with Shannon. So nobody really was ever going to take your side because you showed your true colors already. And you know, Saint Jugs is a pick-me, so she's easily malleable, hence her defending you on this reunion. She didn't talk nothing about herself, just like when she was married to Jim. She didn't talk about what she's doing. I've been on TV for 15 years. Doing what? Being a housewife for a couple of seasons and then going on Below Deck? Girl, bye. I mean, I'm not the duck. I said I'm not the demographic of whatever she was on. I don't know what TV for TV movie she was on or show. I don't know. I don't care. Now, what I did not find myself, what it was not on my bingo card, was me rooting for Emily to be mean. I mean, I was sitting there and she was whispering to Tamara and Heather, and it was just like, how can you be friends with this woman? She's not smart. She's mean. I think she's not intentionally mean like Emily is. Like, Emily goes out of her way to be mean to people. And I think what she was trying to say in comparisons to Tamra was, you don't describe to mean girl behavior, but you're subscribed to Alexis. And I'm glad Shannon stood up for herself and she was like, I agree with Emily. I feel like they shouldn't be friends with her if this is what she's doing to me constantly. Because it's obvious that her and John lay up in the bed and be like, okay, this is what we're going to do. If she says John, even if it's John Stamos, even if it's John Mayer, we're going to talk about it. Like, she cannot say anything about me, whether it's in the past or even if she was in a relationship with him for 5 years. She can't even speak about it. Unless here come Alexis with her Dorit length Instagram posts. Girl, nobody didn't give you no evil edit. That's exactly what John wanted you to do. He wanted you to defend him, and he didn't care that you were collateral damage. He doesn't care. And if Heather Fancy Pants can say that John wants a spotlight still to this day, and you ain't had no comeback for that, St. Jugs. No comeback at all. So that just proves everyone's point is that you're gunning for Shannon for whatever reason. Now, another thing that was not on my bingo card was Gina making sense the whole reunion. Like, Gina, I don't know where this saying, like, I'm on this different journey, Gina, makes sense, Gina. Like, she was really in Shannon's corner, and I applaud her for that because Shannon went on a campaign to disparage her. And if it was one of us, maybe if it was somebody else, it would have been we beefing forever. Because, you just going around spreading news and trying to dig up stuff? But I applaud Gina for that because it probably took a lot. And she's probably, in a space where she can accept apologies at this point because she's doing better. She's giving to herself. She's not trying to deal with that toxic situation that her man, ex-wife, or separated wife is dealing with. I think Gina finally has found herself and she's comfortable. And I think that's why she accepted Shannon's apology in the beginning of the season. Okay, I digress. Now, Katie and Jen they were really quiet as they said that they were going to be in the second part, at the end of the second part. Because I just don't understand why they hang out with Alexis. But not sans John, because they go on double dates and stuff. It's kind of like they're stuck in the middle. I can understand that Alexis has this side to her that people like because people did like her on the show. Like the women on the show, past or present, and current. They found Alexis to be endearing and nice and blah, blah, blah. I don't doubt that she is. However, the way that she allows the men in her life to control her in that way is weird. Like, I can understand you defending somebody because they're being lied about in a malicious way. Shannon is literally stating what happened in her relationship and you are diving down her throat trying to save a relationship that you just started, like not even 6 months, and you're out here defending him like y'all been married for 15 years and you just know him script and verse. You do. Honestly, Saint just does not know John Jansen at all. She doesn't know nothing about him. She really doesn't. And I don't see them going the distance, but I hope they do. I hope they prove us all wrong and prove that their love is real and that it happened organically. I'm like, John, you were looking for somebody to just help you out because you just have to stay on this show. And I don't know how Alexis even they were having a conversation and she said, oh, I'm going to be on Housewives next season. Like, can't be, because I feel like they asked her because they got together. And it's so funny how Andy is the host of the reunion, so blah, blah, blah. But he's part of the production process. Like, he feels bad for Shannon, but he's the reason that Alexis is there. He's part of the reason that Alexis is there. So it's kind of like, I guess he didn't know that she was coming out guns blazing like that, but that's been her personality, though. I don't know. So St. Justice was there talking and calling Shannon a liar and doing this and doing that. And then John comes out talking about, I will never show the videos. The person that will only see the videos would be Shannon, and she could see what a monster she really is. And at that point, my eyes were hurting from rolling it every 5 seconds because you look like a jerk. He's a bird. Like, you're wanting to be seen. You flying and fluttering and saying everything that you want anybody to hear that will make you look like you're just this wonderful person and Shannon's just a trash person. And the fact that he used the word volatile 15,000 times in one of those little confessional thingies that he was on, it was kind of like, did you just learn that word yesterday? If it was volatile, why were you giving her money? Why were you at the end of the relationship giving her money for a facelift? It wasn't money to pay her bills. And again, that's his money. He could say that it's a loan. Shannon didn't think it was a loan. Shannon thought that it was just like any other money that he gave her after the first part of their relationship. They were together for 5 years. So supposedly, because again, she was like, he was like, I've given her money to pay her bills, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you didn't ask for that. That was a boyfriend exchange. Even in her text messages, she was like, I sent you an email. This was a boyfriend exchange. But he didn't think that. So he thought it was a loan. And that's fine. We are not saying that it's not a loan. We're not saying anything. We are saying that John is a bird. John did this on purpose. John is using Alexis, and she cannot see it, and she won't see it. And that's fine. It's fine. Fine. Now, Shannon, you and these receipts, we let it go. Let the mouse go, babe. Because the receipts are not receipting, and at this point, we don't care that you paid for it. We believe you. You paid for everything in the beginning of the relationship. That's fine. That's fine. And the fact that Gina was like, Shannon was saying that she paid for everything. He sold a portion of whatever business that he was into, and he only got a certain amount of money. And Alexis was like, he was emotional, blah, 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 blah. And Gina was like, how do you know everything that happened before you guys got together? Are you a time traveler? Oh my God, I cried laughing. I was like, Gina, you are on one. You are on one on this part. Like, everything that Shannon said, Satan just had a reaction. She had to combat it with something else. Like, and then she had the nerve to say, I won't let anybody talk over me. And she never let anyone speak. Not one person. So annoying. Oh my God. And I don't believe John. I don't believe him. He says that he was single for a year. Okay, let me don't say I don't believe him. He probably was single for a year. He probably was dragging Shannon along just in case that, you know, she was like, let me make this work. And I think that if she didn't have that DUI, they would have still been together. Mark my words. They would have still been together for the cameras and broke up during the season. That's exactly what's going to happen. I think that was the timeline. He was stringing her along just in case maybe we'll get back together because I still care for you, and so on and so forth. And, you know, then he'll be like, it's volatile, she's this, she's that, you know, in the confessionals, because, you know, he likes confessionals. And then he would have broken up with her, or she would have broken up with him, because she would have realized, you know, that, you know, they are not good for each other, and they probably weren't good for each other for a long time. Everybody else saw it except her. So, and sad that it took the DUI for her to realize that. And I don't think it was the DUI. I think they were in a place where they probably would eventually had broken up. Again, like I say, the cameras would have picked up 3 months later. They'd have probably still been in this phase of are we, aren't we, but we're still being intimate situation. And then eventually they would break up. I just want to say kudos to Diet Coke, because you guys were a paid actor. Every time that Shannon had it, she picked up that Diet Coke and sipped it. What was in there? What was in there? Hopefully just Coke. Satan jugs. So the one thing that I didn't understand with Alexis too, when she was out there, she said that, you know, I misspoke. I shouldn't have. I was at the end of my rope. Blah, 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 blah. Like, she was like, everybody keeps, you know, piling it on top of me. But, like, you inserted yourself. You could have been the supportive girlfriend and been like, that's not the story that John is stating. I'm not trying to get involved, but I believe John and Shannon, whatever you guys got to deal with, y'all deal with it. I'm not getting involved. That's what she should have done. Because Shannon ain't said nothing bad about that man. He got new teeth. He could be still happy and got new teeth. He old. He might have bad knees. Hell, my knee hurt most of the time. So it's kind of like she not saying nothing bad at all. So I really don't know where she gets off trying to defend this man to the ground like Shannon is saying that he killed her dog or something. Like, it's just weird. It's just weird. So yeah, back at, you know, we're now back at the end, kind of, sort of. And Tamra, Andy's like, you know, you were quiet, you know, the whole time. And I saw you silently supporting Shannon, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? What is this? And then Shannon's like, I saw her eyes. And it's just like the last reunion with Vicky. I didn't want to hug Vicky. I just saw, you know, I saw that they, you know, were maybe or probably, you know, being sincere. And I understand that. And I still love Vicky to this day. And Tamara and I, we had some things to work out. But I believe that, you know, she cares, blah, blah, blah. Man, I felt just like Jen. Now this is the part where she said she loves her, blah, 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 blah. She's so concerned. BS. Same, Jen. Same. I am highly disappointed that she is trying to be friends with this girl. Shannon, if you don't keep your boundaries with Tamra, she's going to do the same thing to you. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that, honey. So yeah, that was a reunion. And then dun dun dun, 36 hours later, right? Here comes Heather. Really, Heather? Really? This whole time that you've been friends with Alexis, you've been holding on to all of this information, you and Tamra, holding on to this information that John did hear the crash. Your daughter saw her drive off. And I didn't even know he took care of her after the DUI. So like, I don't know. If it was me, if I was Shannon, I would have been so upset. Like I said, Gina, and I don't know what path she's on with her truth now, but she was like, Heather was like, we had dinner after the finale party, and the topic of discussion was not Shannon at all. And Gina was like, I don't believe that, but go ahead. Same, Gina, same. I think half of the conversation definitely was about Shannon. And he was like, well, I heard the crash and I went out there and I saw it, blah, blah, blah. Interesting. And Shannon was three times the limit. Hello. And she does not remember the night. She does not remember the night. And I honestly believe that they were fighting. I honestly believe hands were thrown. I do believe that. However, what was the cause? That's my question. What was the cause of it to be so angry? She was so angry, the both of them. Like, why? That's what I want to know. That they were so angry at each other, or she at him, or whatever, for her to have to carry on like that. I don't know. But I give it very much pause that Tamra and Shannon was holding on to this information for so long. Like, they definitely, and why didn't they bring it up at the reunion? Because this happened at the finale party. Went down, right? Cameras went down. They had dinner. The reunion is not taped until, I think, like 6 months after the cameras go down or whatever. I don't know. I mean, it just proves that John's a bird, that John's not a good person. And Alexis, with the soliloquy that she wrote on Instagram, I'm not reading it. I heard that she said that she got to edit. I don't care. I just feel like this whole season was carried on Shannon's back, and I hope that Shannon gets a good check this season and next, because she will be back next season. I hope that she finds a different way to handle the things that she does. Like I've always said, I wish that she would not drink. I feel like Tamra is going to be the same person she's always been next season. Even though I'm still on the fence about Katie, I'm with Heather and Emily on one point and one point only. There is something fishy about the stories that she tells. The end, period. I'm still on the fence with Katie. Heather disappointed me this season because I ride for Heather. Because I think that she sits in who she is. But this season, she was just up Tamra's behind, and I'm not here for it, because I'm not here for Tamra at all. Anything she does, anything she says, I'm not here for it. Emily is going to be Emily, and she's not going to change. I don't know what's going to take for her to change, but she needs to figure it out. I'm tired of her being mean to people for no reason. Like, why you care about Jen and how she handles her life, so viciously attacking her every 5 minutes? And I don't like how you went after Katie, you being a lawyer and part of the Innocence Project adjacent, talking about that's what the police said, like the police don't lie. Like all this whole season, I was just tired of Emily, because it's the same script, same cast, and I'm just new body that she worked for. I'm not gonna take that from her, but I'm over her. Gina, I was sick of you because it was kind of like you was forcing your life on us, and it really didn't come off authentic. But in the final episodes, the last couple of episodes, I'm riding for you, girl. I hope you come back next season. I hope things work out. Yeah, Jen, you need to come back, because I need to know what's going on with Ryan and what's really the truth, because there's some lies within. And Katie, yeah, let's just see more of your life. And you need to get your daughter. Anyway, yeah, those are my thoughts on the whole season and this reunion, and really Heather and Tamra with that information. Whatever. Like, comment, subscribe for all of my shenanigans and my rants and raves about housewives and everything else.